So I'm sitting here with two sculpts of Rocky heads, and you might be asking, why does he have two sculpts of Rocky heads? Well, we did the pop culture Rocky Balboa in the ring where he punched, and then he said phrases, Yo Adrian, and all the different phrases that he says. It was a really good item. C Penney bought a ton of it. They were our biggest customer on that item, but I'm sure Eckerd's and KB Toy and other people bought it as well. I can't remember at this time. I spent a lot of time working with sculptors on the pop culture pieces. See some of the pop culture pieces that I've done up there. I got Abbott and Costello hidden behind that tree there. And there's a lot more. There's Louis Armstrong and Hank Williams Jr. and go on and on. But usually we would do it. Our own internal sculptors would do it because one reason we can do that is because these guys are caricatures, except for the smaller ones, Barney Fife and Bill Murray, and they still kind of are. We made it oversized heads, so it doesn't have to be an exact sculpt. It doesn't have to look exactly like them because we ran into problems with Elvis and even Lucy, that Lucy piece, that we couldn't get it approved because it had to be perfect proportion and stuff. But by making it a character, we could make it lost my train of thought. By making a character, we don't have to make it exact. We can make it funny, and that's what we did. Well, with Rocky, I wasn't sure which way to go, so I did 3 different head sculpts. So I had these two. They're different stages of him getting beat up, and there's one where he was all clean. And so I was working with the licensor on it, and they weren't sure where they want to go, so they eventually picked the clean one. They didn't want him all messed up, so they wanted him to look, Sylvester Stone, look as best as he could. So they ended up picking that one. So that was the third sculpt I had. And interesting story, because I had to bring these back from China. And so every now and then I'd get stopped by customs and coming to the United States, and this one I had a duffel bag and I had 3 heads. I had these 3 heads. These 2, and then the third head in a duffel bag that I was bringing back because I was going to, the one that we ended up doing, we were the licensor picked, we were going to, to use. And I was just hoping, though, please stop me, please customs, please stop me, because they got 3 heads in my duffel bag. That'd be hilarious. And they did stop me that time, and they zipped open the bag, and there's 3 heads sticking out at them. The guy was kind of taking it back quickly, but then he realized, what it was. So this is our Rocky head. These are just sculpts. Now, one thing to remember that when you do a sculpt, when you go into production, they shrink. So the sculpts are always a little oversized on the prototypes that you might see. But then, but when you go into production, they do shrink a little bit, so they get more to the size that we want. So we have to make them a little bit bigger. So these are our Rocky heads. Thought I'd share them with you. Thanks.